Okay, trying something new here. Got a new computer actually, and this is the first time I'm trying it. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Camera's a little weird on this computer. It's my new Mac. Discount code for today's live stream is RB404. This live stream, so it's 65% off my Beato book bundle and 45% off my Beato ear training course. If you want to have a better ear and be able to figure out things on first hearing, what the chord progressions are, what the guitar solos are, what the keyboards are doing, what the bass is doing, then you should get both my ear training course and my Beato book music theory compilation bundle, which is like a 700-page PDF. My ear training course is actually a video course with a program that goes with it. So for those of you that don't know, that are new to the channel, we're going to talk about last night's Grammys. I actually did a tweet or two about this because I'm not sure why I decided to start watching it. I was sitting here and I was in New York with my family visiting. I went to visit my family with Nina and the kids over the weekend up in New York, and I came back. I thought, let me turn on the Grammys, see what's happening, and it just started. So I start watching it, and I started watching some of the performances. And first of all, what's up with the guitar? The guitar, like every performance had guitar in it just about. Not only, some of the things that you would expect, like Chris Stapleton, that had Chris Stapleton playing lead guitar in it, but her, who did a duet with Lenny Kravitz, did a medley, and that was amazing. She was playing drums, and then Travis Barker came out and played drums, and then they were playing leads. What did they do? Damage. They did Are You Gonna Go My Way? They were actually walking. Her and Lenny Kravitz were walking, playing guitar. And now they were probably faking, I think. I don't know. It was hard to tell, but she was just crushing at playing lead, and she was definitely playing the right notes on the thing. And it was Damage, We Made It, and then Are You Gonna Go My Way, I think were the songs. And it was their guitar solos with Bruno Mars with Silk Sonic. My good friend Mateus Asado was playing guitar with him, and they played that song 777, and it was rocking. It sounded great with a full horn section. You had Nas was on with a full horn section behind him. You had who else? Carrie Underwood did some new song that she had a wind machine going on, but she had a full string section. It was way better than the last few years. Trying to think what else here. John Legend played and sang, and he's a great singer. Lady Gaga did a thing. This is interesting. So I love Lady Gaga. She's a great singer. Her thing she did with Tony Bennett is excellent. This may not be a popular thing to say. I'm a massive Tony Bennett fan. Tony Bennett won his first Oscar in 1963, I believe. I'm sorry, his first Grammy in 1963, a year after I was born. And there's so many people to give that should be considered for these things. A standards record with him and Lady Gaga. And her coming out and doing that. They've had so much press with it. I don't know. Just a thought on that, for people that are that wasn't one of my favorite things on there. Justin Bieber, of the things that were not memorable, the Justin Bieber song, what did he do? Peaches was, everything he did was bleeped out. It was really, I mean, like, what is the point of actually having a song that you have to bleep every single line out, right? It made absolutely no sense. One of the best things I saw was the very ending thing with the brothers Osborne. That was smoking. They did Dead Man's Curve. And the guitar player brother was incredible. He was playing his telly and he sounded great. I mean, it was really, really rocking. Once again, another guitar oriented group. BTS lip synced performance. That was, they were great as far as the dancing and stuff like that. They definitely lip synced. I mean, you can't do these things. So it's an interesting thing. I was talking with some friends of mine that are in the music business in the live performing thing, and so when you do an award show like this, it's such an elaborate setup. So you have a band that's playing, right? You have a background band. I saw my good friend Lee Scalar playing bass in the background. So you have the background band playing. They're mic'd up. They're ready to go. They sound great. They're doing all the in-between things. Then you have the live performers. Now, some of the performers are actually playing live. Chris Stapleton definitely was playing live. Brandi Carlile was definitely playing live, okay? And some of the songs that you have numbers where obviously with their dance numbers, doesn't matter if you have headsets or anything like that, those are definitely lip synced. If there's a lot of movement between sets, like the her Lenny Kravitz duet definitely had to be lip synced because I think it had to be. I don't know. It was hard to tell. It was really incredibly well done. I mean, so well done. These are just logistical things that that you cannot do without. I mean, if it's an easy set, if it's John Legend singing, right, and he's at a piano, totally can do that. Not a problem. That's easy to do, right? Those are the Justin Bieber thing. Those guys were lip syncing, and everything was. I think that was all fake. I mean, honestly, I couldn't even tell. It was a complete waste to have that on there. To be honest with you, Olivia Rodrigo did driver's license. That was. I thought she did a very good job on. I'm trying to look at the. Let's look at some of the winners here. Let's look at some of the winners. So we had record of the year, Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic. Well, honestly, to me, the worst song in that record, which is an excellent record, is Leave the Door Open. I think that's the worst song on there. And it's a great song. But the song 777 that they played is a smoking song. It's got a great horn arrangement. It rocks. It's got energy. It's so good. But obviously that wasn't the that wasn't the one that was the big single. Jon Batiste, he won for Album of the Year, and his performance was amazing. This is really interesting, and he looks like he was surprised that he won. He was up against, let's see here, Ed Sheeran, Alicia Keys, Brandi Carlile, Olivia Rodrigo, Her, Billie Eilish, Doja Cat, and SZA, Lil Nas X, Justin Bieber, Peaches, and Brandi Carlile for Right on Time. Okay, so, no, that was Song of the Year. Sorry. That was Leave the Door Open. Jon Batiste was up against Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber for Justice, Doja Cat, Billie Eilish, Lil Nas X, Her, Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, Evermore, and Kanye. Now, I don't know why they have all these different people that they're competing against. You know, they raised the category, I believe, from 8 to 10 for the nominees. I made a video about this, about the Song of the Year picks a few months back when they announced them. I think that 10 is ridiculous. I think that's way too many. They used to have 5, and they would pick them out of that. But Jon Batiste, his performance was amazing. It really was. I mean, if you like dance numbers and things like that, you know, you can't. you just got to be, just to rehearse that stuff and do it is pretty remarkable. It really is, that when you think about it. If you ever tried to do anything choreographed at all, anytime I've been on a show or something and it's like, okay, you have to be at this X because there's going to be a light here. And not many times I've been on shows where I had to actually be somewhere. But even to find your mark, I'm amazed by that. I just did my New York show a couple weeks ago, and getting the microphone and reminding myself to walk out to the front of the stage, that was hard to remember. Now, granted, these people are doing rehearsed numbers and things like that, but these are really intricate, these dance numbers. And I was really surprised at some of the performances, how good they were, honestly. Best New Artist, Olivia Rodrigo. There's Best Solo Performance, Driver's License. Olivia Rodrigo won that. Best Pop Duo, Doja Cat and SZA. That was pretty funny. Doja Cat had just gone to the bathroom and ran out, and SZA was apparently hurt her foot. I don't know. I think the day of or the day before, and she was on crutches. Oh, I felt so bad when she was coming up because she had her dress. I want to say Lady Gaga helped her get her dress up to the stage, so that she didn't trip over it. But that was really a funny moment, the acceptance speech on that. Let's see here. Best Pop Vocal, A Sour, Olivia Rodrigo. Let's see. Best Rock Performance, Foo Fighters, Making a Fire. Best Rock Song, Waiting on a War, Dave Grohl, Taylor Hawkins. That's another thing that I wanted to talk about. The dedication that they did was really for all the musicians that passed away, and that they started out with Taylor Hawkins. Now, Billie Eilish, when she performed, she had a Taylor Hawkins t-shirt on, which was, I thought it was really cool that she did that. You know, very respectful. And I haven't really talked about Taylor Hawkins on here, about his passing, because I honestly don't know what to say about it. 50-year-old guy. It's heart-wrenching. You know, Dave Grohl's best friend, or one of his best friends, been in a band with him. I mean, he's been in the band since 1997, I believe. I mean, really, when I think of the Foo Fighters, I think of the Foo Fighters are Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins. No offense to Nate or any of the other people, Pat Smear in the band, no offense to them, but to me, the Foo Fighters are those two guys. They just are. Or they were. And so I haven't made a video about it because I'm not sure what there is to say about it. I thought back, when I went to the Grammys, I did a live stream, or I'm sorry, when I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony, I did a live stream from there, but I did not make a video about it. And the only person that I met at there was Taylor Hawkins. And I spoke to him for about 1 minute. And I said, congratulations. And he was so nice. He and Dave Grohl were the only people that came out into the area to talk to regular people. And I didn't speak with Dave. I saw Dave, talking to people. And then Taylor Hawkins was just hanging out. And I went over to him and I said, congratulations, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This is amazing, And he was so nice. And so that's all I have to say about it. I mean, there's really, it's a tragic thing. Anyways, the way that was handled and the performance that they had with they were the Broadway singers. I'm trying to think what they did. They were doing what were they doing? Was it Stephen Sondheim? Was it Medley? I believe it was. I think so. It was really, really good. And it very tasteful. The performance was really, the in memoriam performance was fantastic, I thought. And honestly, while I was watching that, I thought to myself, I didn't know that they died this year. Oh my God, I didn't know that they died this year. It's just, wow. Wow. A lot of young people on there. A lot of young people. The show was done so well, too. And I thought that Trevor Noah did a great job. He was funny. It was on point. It just was very tastefully done, I thought. Chris Stapleton was amazing. He got up there and played and sang, played his guitar solos. I mean, there just was, and Silk Sonic, man, unbelievable. Brandy Carlisle was excellent. I'm not nuts about her song that she did on there. I think she's an excellent artist. The funny thing is, like, some of the songs that were the songs that won, honestly, maybe it's just because those are the songs that happen to be their popular singles and stuff. Now, sometimes the singles are the songs that are the great songs, but a lot of times the songs that make these lists are, like I said on Silk Sonic record, I thought that "Leave the Door Open," which was a great song. I thought it was, one of my least favorite on the whole record. So, John Batiste, he is an excellent musician. For him to win the biggest award for Album of the Year, he's a pro. He's really a pro jazz, New Orleans keyboard player, excellent musician, incredible great singer, great stage presence. It was, if you didn't watch it, it was definitely worth watching. I didn't think to myself, oh, this is boring. I thought, wow. And I tweeted, which I never do. I was like, what? Guitars? Guitars on just about every single performance had guitar in it. It was so cool. And it wasn't just, people just randomly strumming stuff. The guitar was integral to all the performances, featured to all the performances. I see in the comments here, Dream Theater, John Petrucci won. Now they had the what do they call it? The afternoon celebration, which I watched all of that. The LeVar Burton hosted. I watched all those awards because, frankly, those awards are the ones where they have the technical awards and things like that for the people like me that like engineering. There are certain awards that won't get presented at night. Did I say Belinda Carlisle? I meant Brandy Carlisle. If I said Belinda Carlisle. It was great. Honestly, it was far better than the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction thing that I went to, which was, a similar kind of thing. You have a lot of people performing, but one of the problems with when you go to this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is, other than the Foo Fighters, they're all older musicians. They're people in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and the people that did the best on that, to me, LL Cool J was one of the best performers on it. But some of the other performers were, who are in the twilight of their career, didn't do great performances. Whereas last night, you're watching the Grammys, these are people that are young people that are at the top of their form. And, you know, somebody said the rock industry is dead. I just see a comment there. Well, if the rock industry's dead, maybe the fact that people realize that you need to have guitar, that guitar is an exciting thing to have live. Guitar solos, people playing guitar on stage. There's something about moving around with a guitar that has energy, that just makes people imagine that people are doing something on stage. So I applaud that. I think it was excellent. I love that, you know, for people that never see guitar, I don't know if my kids were watching it. I was watching it here in the studio. I doubt that they were. They're not interested in that stuff. But to see people actually get excited about the guitar and to perform. Billie Eilish and her brother, Phineas was playing guitar in their performance. I mean, it's just it was just them. It was great, you know, and I think it's really, really cool. So that's kind of my, you know, that's my take on it. Now some of the let me look at some of these other stuff. I have my list of the performances here. By the way, I want to say it again for this live stream. Discount code RB404 for those of you that want to support the channel and want to learn about music theory and about ear training. You want to become better at learning how to figure out songs and understanding how songs and music are put together. 65% off my Beato book bundle. It's a 700-page PDF, music theory tome. It starts right at the beginning. What is an interval? Then it's like, how do you build chords? What notes are in each key? How to build scales? What modes are? My ear training program does the same thing. It starts out, is this pitch higher or lower? It starts right at the beginning for a beginning person for ear training. Then it goes to intervals. Major second, minor second, major third, minor third, perfect fourth, augmented fourth, perfect fifth. Then it goes to identifying simple triads, major triads, minor triads, diminished triads, augmented triads, sus4 triads, sus2 triads, Lydian triads, Phrygian triads. You're like, what are those? Well, if you buy my Beato book and you get the actually it explains it also. There's a big PDF that goes along with the ear training program that tells you what the theory is, because ear training is theory and it combines the two, because you need these things in order to know that. Like when I'm figuring out Leave the Door Open by Bruno Mars, and I hear F major, and then I hear the next chord, it's like, well, that's still got F in the bass, but it sounds like a G chord over F. That's what it is. And then it goes like down to E minor 7, right? So when I'm hearing these things, I just understand. It's like, okay, that's a major chord. Well, then that's a major chord. That's a major chord with a flat 7 in the bass. Okay, so I know what that is then, right? So these are the ways that you learn how to figure out things without an instrument even. You can just listen to it and know what the chord progression is. 4-1-6-5, 2-5 or 3-6-2-5-1, 1 major 3, 4 minor 4, 1, 1 flat 7, flat 6, flat 7, minor 1, you know, things like that. Or major 1, flat 6, flat 7, major 1. If you do like a seal, think about the Kiss from a Rose, right? So that uses that kind of a chord progression. So that's a big part about why you should actually learn ear training and learn music theory, is because you can actually become an informed musician. You don't even need to be a virtuoso on an instrument, but you can go sit at a piano or at a keyboard And you can plunk things down because you can hear them. Oh, that's a major chord there. Boom. Let me find the root. Okay, there it is. Oh, it's a C. Let's see. Is it C major? Is it C minor? It sounds like a major chord. Oh, it's C major. Oh, that's the right chord. My mom, when I was a kid, when I was like 25, and I was a college professor, I told my mom, I remember going home and I said, Mom, I'm teaching this remedial ear training course at night for people that are failing ear training. She's like, what do you mean? Well, they have 4 semesters to pass ear training. And if they can't pass, they can't graduate with their music degree. And I'm the last line of defense of them failing out. So they come twice a week, and I would teach this course at 8 o'clock at night. And you get people, a lot of percussion majors, and I'm not saying anything about drummers or anything, but a lot of percussion majors that aren't used to using pitched instruments that would have trouble hearing things. I would teach people. So they'd come, I'd have 25 people in a class, and I'd think, okay, how do I teach people that really don't know this stuff? And what is the best way to teach these things? And my mom couldn't believe that people couldn't sit down and plunk things out, because my mom could listen to any song and say, oh, that's a minor chord there. What is that? Is it D? Oh, that's D minor there. That's F major. My mom could just plunk the stuff out, and she couldn't fathom that people couldn't do that, because she grew up with all of her, her dad was a guitar player, my grandpa Domino, my Uncle Al played bass, my Aunt Penny, you guys know, played the piano, my Aunt Marion, who's still with us, was a violin teacher, who retired 2 years ago, a music teacher. And they could figure out anything by ear, and they could read, right? So my mom couldn't figure this out. It's like, no, this is tough for people. This is hard. And so you have to develop strategies for how to teach people that have trouble with ear training. And even if you're good at it, there are things that are very hard to figure out that, there's stuff I listen to that I have to really concentrate on, like Alan Holdsworth. But you get the hang of it after a while. So when I'm watching these award ceremonies, I'll go back to this. So my discount code is RB404. There's your reason. That's my ad for my 2 courses there. Go to myrickbeato.com. You can find them there. So when I'm watching this stuff, I'm thinking about all these things. I think about, okay, what are they playing here? Like when I think about everything from when she started out, when she's playing her drum part, and I'm like, okay, it's interesting. And I'm listening to kick drum patterns. I'm listening to drum patterns. I'm listening to everything. I listen to bass parts. I listen to the guitar parts. I'm listening with the producers here. What is the groove that's being played there? What's the groove? When Travis Barker came out and played, I'm listening to the kind of fills that he's playing. And I'm analyzing those. And I'm saying, okay, what is he doing there? And this is, I evaluate the performances based on these things. And I would say that of the performances last night, guys like Chris Stapleton, he has pros in the band. My buddy Dave Cobb, who was his producer, Dave and I have been friends for 30 years. He was playing guitar in his band. He's got all pro Nashville session guys in his band. They don't ever make mistakes. Never. Brandy Carlisle, people she's got playing, like all these people are pros that they have playing with them. And then you got pro backup band up there. All the best session players in LA are the backup band. So it's cool. I mean, some of the things, like I said, I didn't care for. Justin Bieber, not that Justin Bieber is not a talented guy or anything, but it's like, my God, if you have to bleep out every other word, why are you performing that song? John Legend is an excellent piano player, an excellent singer. John Batiste, though, he's a pro. He is. Really is a pro. So that was kind of my that's my impression of last night. I was Olivia Rodrigo. She's young. She did a great job. I mean, that's a lot of pressure getting up there and singing in front of all these people. It is. People think it's easy to do. It's not easy to do. I'm nearly a 60-year-old guy, and when I got up, I haven't been in front of a live audience in 20 years, something like that. And the first I get on here and I do live streams. There's a couple thousand people on right now. I'm not nervous because I'm talking to a camera right here and a microphone right next to me. Here's my microphone, right? Can you see my microphone? I'm talking to a microphone. I don't have to. I'm not thinking, oh, there's 2,000 people watching me here. But when I got on stage in front of 500 people in New York, when I was walking up the stairs to go out there, pick up a microphone, I'm thinking, this is weird. I think I'm a little nervous about this. It took me probably 3 minutes, I think, for the people there, my friends that saw me, said my voice was tight for about 3 minutes. My voice was tight, and then I was like, okay, I got this. Okay, I remember what it's like to be on stage. So people are complaining that I said Justin Bieber's talented. When Justin Bieber came out and was doing his drum videos on YouTube, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about Justin Bieber when he was like, 15 or whatever, when he was back on YouTube. And he actually can play some beats. It's like, he's not a guy that can't play an instrument. Does he use autotune too much? Yeah. Does he curse every other word in the song? I mean, it's a pretty. I don't care for the song, but all in all, I thought that the performances last night, most of the performances were very good, and I have to say I was pleasantly surprised. I haven't watched the Grammy Awards in a long time, and it was fun to sit through. And I had another thought here that I'm just going to throw out there. It's like, being in YouTube is not being in the music business. And what you watch when you're watching YouTube, I used to be part of the music business. I was never, successful to go to the Grammy Awards or anything like that. But that's the real music business, okay? There's the YouTube business, or being a YouTuber, but it's not being part of the music business. And I always say that my channel is a music theory / music appreciation channel. It's a teaching channel, and it's talking about music and teaching people how to listen to music, I guess, and teaching them about music. And hopefully some people will go on and become performers, and that if they learn something on here, it's really a great thing. And I greatly appreciate that. I got one video thing here. Super chat. Victor says, Rick, video content, got the great video content book. Help me get back to music after 30 years of break. Thank you for the inspiration. Victor, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's that's why I do it. I've got some more. Oh man, I got this new chat. So my new computer, hold on, there's another super chat here. Hal Sagan, Rick, wondering overall thought on Billy Strings. Okay, so the Billy Strings performance is the only one I did not see. I'm not sure how I missed that. It must have been, I must have gotten up for a minute, and that's the only one I did not see, which I will go back and watch. I saw Joni Mitchell. She was great. She looked and sounded great with Bonnie Raitt. And then she got an award in the early ceremony too. And I recommend, if you got some extra time, checking out the early performance. It's on YouTube of the earlier awards and stuff. And somebody mentioned Billie Eilish's performance, which I thought was excellent. Very, very good. Drums, drum solos, real acoustic drums, real horns, real guitars. Much better Grammys than and gives me hope here. Hope that the people are going to say, you know what, let's write some more guitar songs. Okay, discount code RB404, 65% off my Beato book, 700-page bundle, PDF bundle and 45% off my ear training course. If you want to become a better musician and you want to support the channel so that you can, so I can do more videos, do more of these interview videos. The things are really expensive to do. And, you know, a lot of the videos don't make the money to cover the thing, but I don't do them for that. I do them for the, so that I can ask these people the questions I've always wanted to ask them. Pat Metheny and Sting and Brian May and Al Di Meola. And it's so worth it. Oh my God, it's just amazing. I've had an incredible experience. I have another interview coming up soon that you will be seeing in the next week with one of my favorite musicians. So that's it for now. You guys, I went on a little long. Leave any questions that you have in the comments section. Let me know if you watched it, what your thoughts were. Love to know. And we'll see you soon, okay? Have a great week. Bye.